Before you dip that fry, just pause for a second. Because what if I told you this wasn't created for taste at all? It was created as medicine, not something you enjoy, something people believed could cure them. Welcome to Hestify, where the most ordinary things hide stories you have never noticed. Today, it's ketchup. Something you use without thinking, something that feels like it has always been this way. But it hasn't. Because this story doesn't begin with tomatoes or even with anything that looks like ketchup. A plate sits in front of you, warm, slightly greasy, comforting in a way that doesn't need explanation. Maybe it's fries, maybe something quick from a late night craving. Your hand reaches out almost automatically, fingers wrapping around the bottle you have held countless times before. A gentle squeeze, and that thick, glossy red spreads across the plate. Sweet, tangy, familiar. You don't think about it. You never really have because ketchup is just ketchup. But what if this wasn't always just a sauce? What if something so ordinary was once believed to heal you? Because not too long ago, ketchup wasn't sitting beside meals. It was sitting inside medicine cabinets. It sounds strange at first, almost too strange to take seriously. A condiment, something casual, something playful, once treated as a cure. But that's the thing about everyday objects. The more familiar they become, the less we question them. The past fades quietly, leaving behind only what feels normal today. And ketchup is one of those things. Its story doesn't begin where you expect it to. It doesn't even begin with tomatoes. To understand how it became medicine, you have to go back to a time when it didn't resemble what you know at all. Long before glass bottles on supermarket shelves, there were markets filled with unfamiliar smells, air thick with salt, fermentation, and something slightly pungent. In parts of Asia, early versions of what would later be called ketchup existed as fermented sauces, made from fish, soybeans, or other preserved ingredients. These liquids were dark, thin, and intense. They weren't sweet, they weren't smooth. They carried a sharpness that lingered on the tongue, something between salty and umami, a depth that felt almost alive. These sauces weren't used the way we use ketchup today. They were added sparingly, enhancing dishes rather than defining them. As trade routes expanded, these flavors began to move. Barrels carried across oceans, ingredients introduced into unfamiliar lands. What started as something local slowly began its journey outward. As these early sauces reached Europe, something interesting happened. People didn't replicate them exactly, they adapted them. Recipes shifted based on what was available. Mushrooms were used, walnuts were crushed and blended, oysters found their way into mixtures that tried to capture that same deep, savory intensity. These early ketchups were experiments, no fixed recipe, no standard taste, just an idea being reshaped again and again. And then came tomatoes. At first, they weren't trusted. In many places, tomatoes were seen as suspicious, even dangerous, something to avoid rather than embrace. But over time, curiosity replaced fear. Tomatoes began to appear in these evolving sauces, bringing a new balance. Slightly sweet, slightly acidic, easier to enjoy. And slowly, the identity of ketchup began to change. And this is where the story takes a turn that feels almost unexpected. In the early 19th century, tomato based ketchup wasn't just seen as food, it was promoted as medicine, bottled, labeled, and marketed with claims of health benefits. It was believed to aid digestion, to support the body in ways people were only beginning to understand. And in a time when medicine itself was still evolving, where treatments were often based on beliefs as much as science, this didn't feel unusual. People were looking for solutions, simple remedies, something accessible. And ketchup, with its rich tomato base and perceived nutritional value, fit into that space. It became something you consumed not for enjoyment, but for well-being. There's something almost human about that moment. The way people placed trust in something new, the way belief shaped behavior. Because at that time, ketchup wasn't just a taste, it was hope packaged in a bottle. But time has a way of reshaping things. Slowly, almost quietly, ketchup began to move away from its role as medicine. Scientific understanding improved, food production changed, and industries started to standardize what had once been inconsistent. Recipes became fixed, flavors became predictable. The thick red ketchup we recognize today began to take form, smoother, sweeter, more uniform. It was no longer sold with promises of health. It didn't need to be because it had found a new place, not in medicine cabinets, but on dining tables. Not as something you're dependent on, but as something you enjoyed. Today, ketchup is everywhere, in small sachets handed out without thought, in bottles that sit quietly on tables, waiting to be used. Its taste is instantly recognizable. The balance of sweet and tangy, the smooth texture that coats food effortlessly. It's part of childhood meals, quick snacks, late night cravings. It's something people grow up with. Something that becomes part of routine without ever demanding attention. And maybe that's why its past feels so distant. Because when something becomes this normal, it stops feeling like it ever changed. But the story of ketchup is not just about a sauce. It's about transformation, about how something can move through completely different roles across time. From a fermented liquid in distant markets to a medical remedy to a global condiment, each phase shaped not just what it was, but how people understood it. And over time, those meanings shifted, layered, and eventually settled into what feels obvious today. It's a reminder that the things around us are not as fixed as they seem. That what feels permanent is often the result of quiet change. So the next time you reach for ketchup, pause for a moment. Not because there's something unusual about it, but because there isn't. Because something so familiar once existed in a completely different world, a different purpose, a different belief. And somehow, that part of the story stayed behind, hidden beneath something that now feels effortless. And maybe that leaves you with a simple thought. If something as ordinary as ketchup could once be seen as medicine, what else in your life has a story you have never really questioned? If this made you see something familiar in a new way, you can like this video so more people discover these hidden histories. Share it with someone who has used ketchup their whole life without knowing this. And subscribe to Histofy, where everyday things quietly reveal something deeper. Because sometimes the most ordinary things carry the most unexpected stories.